Macmillan Audio presents The Art of Rendition by Mark Sullivan. Read for you by Jeff Gurner. Berlin, June 2005. Cold rain struck the German capital shortly after sunset on that raw March night. Robin Monarch pushed open the windows of a darkened room on the 4th floor of the Ellington Hotel. Gazing through the pelting rain across the street and down at a lighted office suite 1 floor below, he dwelled on the fact that he really did not like kidnappings. Snatching people, in Monarch's experience, was almost always messy, rarely clean, and rarely contained, which was the way he liked things to be. But maybe that had just been his luck in the past. In his mind, a young girl appeared. She was 14 and dressed in a white tennis skirt and a blue polo shirt. She was frightened, sobbing. 20 years ago. He still felt horrible. A tall man with an athletic build and a face that could fit in almost anywhere, Monarch was the team leader of a CIA Special Operations Group. Operating on an Italian passport, he carried nothing that linked him to the U.S. government. Indeed, if he were caught at something like this, the government would quickly disavow any knowledge of his activities and pretty much hang him out to dry. His job was to achieve his objective with 0 casualties and 0 trace left behind. He and his teammates were expected to be ghosts who barely haunted the landscape. Trying to become that ghost, Monarch watched the office suite windows and re-examined various facets of the plan he was about to set in motion. By nature and nurture, he was suspicious of assumptions, especially when things had the potential to turn deadly. And he kept trying to determine which assumptions might be dangerous to him or to his... The suite lights across the street went out. "Rogue in motion," he said into a voice-activated mic, using a handle given to him in the U.S. Special Forces. He grabbed his cap and went quickly out the door. Jogging down the hall to the staircase and ignoring the looks of several hotel patrons who gawked at his uniform, Monarch took the 4 flights to the lobby in seconds. Setting the cap on his head, he smiled at the bellman, who cried to him in German, "Alarm für Cobra 11," referring to a popular television show about the Autobahn police. Monarch smartly saluted the bellman before exiting into the storm, turning right and going straight to a no-parking zone where he'd left a Brabus CLS rocket, a 735-horsepower 4-door sedan that carried the blue and white markings of the Autobahn police. He climbed into the driver's seat, started the engine, flipped on the wipers, and watched the space-age dashboard come to life. The CLS rocket was the fastest street-legal sedan in the world, with a top speed of 225 miles an hour. Pretty nice for a loaner car. "He's taking his usual route," the woman's voice said in his ear. "Eyes?" he asked. "Solid." "I'll be right along behind them," Monarch said, putting the police car in gear, heading toward the Kantstrasse, where he drove west toward the E51, the Autobahn that linked Berlin to Leipzig. Turning south onto the ultra-high-speed freeway, Monarch began to accelerate into the driving rain, chewing up the miles that separated him from the target, thinking once again that he did not like kidnappings. And then, through the windshield in the falling rain and the headlight glow, he seemed to see an opaque rendering of a memory from times long ago. Monarch saw himself at 16, as Robin, a long, lanky kid just coming into his own body. Robin was in Buenos Aires, walking through the streets with a boy 2 years older and a man in his early 20s. All 3 wore stylish clothes and had discreet tattoos on their inner right forearms. FDL. 2 years had passed since Robin became a full member of La Fraternidad de Ladrones, the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?